Hi guys, Matt Hancock's here and welcome to the first in this four-part series of short videos where I'm going to help you gain optimal health and successfully start losing weight, especially around your waist, your thighs, your bum, and significantly around your arms. Basically, weight loss can be a very slow and frustrating process, okay? But I've got 3 simple strategies that you can start implementing today that will start you on your weight loss journey, okay? And avoid all that frustration. Now, the first thing I want to talk about is addressing your micronutrient deficiency, okay? Now, one of the biggest myths in losing weight is the sole focus on calorie counting. This calories in, calories out. Unfortunately, this issue actually trips a lot of people up on their road to their ideal body shape. Much more important is the quality of those calories that you're consuming. All right? Calorie restriction can lead to rebound, yo-yoing, okay, food cravings, because you're kind of depriving yourself of calories. So it's not the best way to go about things. We do need to look at calories probably at a later stage, but the most important thing is to address micronutrient deficiency, because this is going to be the best thing for boosting your health. And if you know, basically a healthy body cannot be a fat body. So if you address your health first, then you're not only going to lose weight quickly, but it's going to be sustainable weight loss. It's going to be with you for, it's never going to come back. That weight loss is going to be with you forever. All right, and this is why it's so empowering, and it's why we have so much success with our clients. Okay, so first thing, ditch the calorie counting, and let's look at micronutrient deficiency in a little bit more detail. So we're probably all aware, or I hope we're all aware, of type A malnutrition. Now, type A malnutrition basically is when we're not supplying our bodies with food. Okay, so it's just we don't have the supply of water and food which our body needs to survive. Okay, so we become very ill, we become very, very sick, and our lifespan is highly shortened. Now, what we have in Western world societies, what we call type B malnutrition, where we have an abundance of food. You can literally walk into your shop and get any food from all around the world, all year round, and this is actually a problem, okay? Because of our fast-paced lifestyles, we go more for packaged foods, convenient foods, and we're actually eating more and more nutrient-dead foods. We're not eating foods containing live enzymes anymore. We're not even cooking real food anymore, okay? And what's happening is that we are overfed and completely undernourished. So we're also making ourselves very, very ill, very, very sick. So when we think about increasing our nutrients balance, we will probably think about adding fruits and veg to our diets. And this is true, we should be adding more fruits and veg to our diet. You probably heard recently that no longer is it 5 portions of fruit and veg, but it's actually 7 to 10 portions of fruit and veg. And I'm going to tell you very quickly why that is, why we need to eat more than we first thought, okay? Now, one of the first things is the intensive farming methods. We're no more are we doing crop rotation, so we're not resting the soil. And what's happened in Europe anyway, that 72% of those minerals in the soil has been lost in the last 100 years. Okay, so the very soil that has the minerals that our crops have been grown in has been severely depleted. Now, on top of that, you want to look at the fact that we harvest way too early. So we're harvesting those crops too early, meaning that the minerals from that depleted soil hasn't got into the roots of the fruits, and therefore the nutritional quality is just not the same. Okay, it affects the taste, but it also means that the nutritional content has not developed as much as as we would like, because we're harvesting before the crops are ready. On top of that, we've got cold storage. Okay, now cold storage means that we can that we've got longer transportation. You can transport food for longer periods of time, which means that effectively we can have food from all around the world, all year round. And you know, commercially, this is very advantageous for the shops. But unfortunately, what we've got to remember is that food has its highest nutritional content the day it's picked. All right. After that, it's going to lose nutrients every single day. All right. Now, the average orange, okay, has 60%, that's 60% less vitamin C than it did 50 years ago. And if you want to get the same amount of nutrients in your tomato as you did 50 years ago, you're going to have to eat 5 now, as opposed to eating 1 50 years ago. You're going to need 5 tomatoes. So we've really got to take into account that minerals in the soil are being depleted, crops are being harvested too early, the transportation times are much longer. Yeah, so it can be up to months for some crops. So by the time you're eating it, you know, it's really low on its nutritional quality. We are becoming a more sick nation because of the foods that we're eating. We're going to the doctors and getting prescribed more and more medication. Okay, and what I want you to be aware of is that types of medication will deplete certain vitamins and minerals and antioxidants. So antidepressants, for instance, will deplete B vitamins and antioxidants. So the B vitamins are what give you the energy. So antibiotics will destroy your friendly bacteria within your gut, and that's where all your health is. So you see, you know, it's not that modern life is not helping the micronutrients in our system at all. So what does all this mean? Okay, basically the depleted mineral content of our soils, the early harvesting and longer transportation times, coupled with the fact that our diets are more based around packaged convenient food, we're not really eating whole foods anymore, is causing a significant hormonal imbalance within our system. And that's both men and women. Okay, we're suffering with headaches, depression, fatigue, we're burnt out, we've got no get up and go. And what this does is causes inflammation and obviously weight gain. Okay, so we get into this sort of massive downward spiral then, and we start feeling bad about ourselves, and then we might eat the wrong food and so on and so forth. We might go for sugary carbohydrates because we feel low on energy, we've got to get up and go, and that's just going to be counterproductive in the long term. Whereas if we go for really high, rich nutritional food full of micronutrients and vitamins, you're going to reverse all that. You're going to get your hormones in balance. You're going to jump out of bed in the morning. You're going to have loads of energy to run around with your kids. You're going to lose that abdominal fat very, very quickly in that bloat, and you're going to feel so much better about yourself. And all this can happen in as little as 5 to 7 days. All right. Now, what I want you to remember is we're talking about 5 portions of fruit and veg a day. Okay. It's now we're becoming aware that we need more from the things I've discussed just now. So we're looking at 7 to 10. What you want to be doing is balancing it out so that you've got a ratio of 4 to 1 in terms of vegetables to fruit. So what that means is that with every single meal that you're consuming, you need vegetables. Okay, you need 4 portions at least of green veg per day. So that for some people is going to be hard to swallow, so to speak. I mean, you know, greens first thing in the morning is not for everybody. So how do we get around that? I mean, how do we get around the fact that we need to be consuming 10 portions? Most of us are consuming 1 portion a day, if we're lucky. So what do we do? Now, one of the best things you can do, okay, is start juicing. And this is what I would advise you to do, is to have at least 1 vegetable juice every day, okay? Because this will get 4 to 5 of your 7 a day in 1 drink quite easily, All right, plants have their own protective substances called phytochemicals, okay, which help to protect the body against digestive disease. And in juice form, they basically are much more concentrated and so have the ability to heal and regenerate faster and more efficiently. So if you can get one juice in a day, you know, if you haven't got a juicer, I would definitely buy one. It's probably the best investment for your own health and your family's health that you could ever make. But if you don't have a juicer, you know, go to a shop and just buy a juice. Make sure it's more vegetable loaded than fruit. That's really, really important. So at the very least, 2 vegetables for every fruit in a fruit juice. All right. This is going to create fast absorption of a variety of micronutrients. And just by doing that alone, if you change nothing else and just added one juice into your system every day, you would start to feel so much better within kind of 2-3 days. If you got a green juice in every day, you'd start to feel better almost instantly. So start thinking about juicing. If you don't know how to do what you should be doing with juicing, then it's not too late. You can just go over to my blog, matthancocks.com. I've started a juicing series on there. You can just go back, read the blogs. It tells you simple juices to start putting into your diet. And this is the first strategy to start implementing. So just by adding one juice a day, we're going to start looking at getting those nutrients in your system, start balancing out your hormones, and straight away you'll start feeling healthier and you'll start to see noticeable differences around your waistline in as little as 5 to 7 days. We also have a lot of recipes and education on my other site, mattsups.com. So head over to those two. Make sure you follow the blogs. And next video, I'm going to be telling you why we should be cleansing versus dieting, and tell you what things you want to be taking out of your diet as well as putting in. All right, so that's it for today. I'll catch you next time. Until then, start juicing and keep in touch on my blog. Speak to you soon. Bye.